Well, hello my lovely friends, welcome to my very first Rec Royale video. I'm really excited to share this with you. I really want to help you improve your Rec Royale game. So today we're talking about 80 different creative unique spots to hide, to get the jump on, to evade, to get a sniper view on, to just to collect data, just to disappear completely if you need to. All of these spots are for you to be creative with and have fun. My name is Rainy Day Dan and today I'm going to be your Rec Royale coach. Here we go. Awesome, here we are at the very first spot. We're at the back of FOULBALL Field, one of my favorite places in the map. This rock formation is something that I've used a lot to win many games. This tree provides a lot of coverage and you can jump around, you can get lots of viewpoints here and get higher and higher as you climb to the top. Remember, the high ground in our game is really important. So make sure you pick spots that are going to benefit you. Here we are on spot number 2. It's this bush. It is the only bush we're going to talk about. I don't like bush camping, but I do like this bush to hide if I need to get away. It's so narrow that most people don't think about anybody being there, and I have ran to safety there many times. The spot number 3 is this giant rock formation at the back of FOULBALL Field. Somehow people miss this a lot, and I actually love this formation. You can move around it quite a bit. It's got a lot of great views, and it's got the high ground. Again, we want to utilize that high ground as much as humanly possible. You're going to see me, or you're going to hear me say that a lot, I should say. That last rock formation allows us to get to spot number 4. It's this RV right here. This isn't about hiding, but this is about getting this great view around this corner here. I like to snipe here. I like to peek and see where people are going, and I can go ahead and figure out where I need to go to win the game. Spot number 4 is this. This is a new spot for me. If you jump onto the railing, you can jump on top of the roof here. This is the building in the middle of FOULBALL Field. It is super high up, and if you crouch down, people on the other side of the building cannot see you. It's very hard to shoot you from really close to the building, and so you've got the high advantage here. Utilize this the next time you're playing. I've won many times recently using that building. Here we are in the next spot, spot number 5. It's these cargo shipping containers. It's not about hiding, but it is about getting this view. Yeah, that little peekaboo view. It is really helpful. I've won many games being there, and it doesn't seem like it's something that would be utilized much, but I use it all the time. Not only that, but you can use this maneuver. You can see, jump to the back, and now you've got a shield if you need to get away. Spot number 6 is this rock over here at FOULBALL Field. Somehow people run by it all the time, and I like to get up here, especially at the end game. If I'm trying to, I've got a 3 versus 1 or something, I'll go ahead and crouch down here. These trees provide a lot of protection, and people just run right by me, and I'm able to get the drop on them. Now we're moving to our next spot, Delta. I love Delta. This spot is one of my new favorite spots. It's right over here. You can go ahead and crouch down into this little nook. These rocks are going to protect you from lots of views, and you can see people running through that little open space there. I love getting the drop view. You're protected. Honestly, it's an end game move right here. Utilize this the next time you've got people coming your way. The swarm is, coming your way. Grab this little nook here, and you're able to go ahead and maneuver around. You can see what people are doing. They're never going to see you, and you're going to get the drop on them, and you're going to win that game. Utilize this spot. All right, so here we are right at the back of Delta. This Heidi tree is really common. I find people use it a lot. You use it at your discretion, but I do like to utilize it every once in a while. But people will just randomly shoot this tree, so if you're in there, you might end up getting shot, but people get lazy too, and they just run by, and you're able to go ahead and get the drop on them from the tree. Plus, you get to get over here to one of the best spots. It's this little ledge here. I've won many times people running in the river. If you're quiet, they won't hear you, and you can shoot them from the bottom, and they have no idea what's happening to them until it's too late. Here we are at the back of Delta again. This giant rock formation, this is actually pretty common. People are utilizing this more, which is great, but you can still utilize it and hide here. People run away. You'll never be able to see anybody if they're crouched down here. But if you really want to, utilize this, go ahead and just get your weapon ready. Go and, let the swarm bring people to you, blast them with a rocket launcher, throw a grenade. You got all of the resources available. It's all about that first move, and this rock formation will help you get that first move. This is my favorite rock formation in the whole map. It's right here by Bear Cave at the back of Delta. I've won countless games here. Crouching down right here in this little spot, I can see lots of things that are happening, but for whatever reason, nobody ever comes here unless you're forced to go here. But I like to just set it up. People will come from this direction, and I'll be able to get the drop on them, or I can see people running to Messy, and then I'll run right behind them, and bim, 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 boom, they're down. I've just won the game. This is a great spot. Not to mention, you can jump in this tree. Oh yeah, if you just need to disappear, a little tree jumping, let people run by and then jump out, and now you won the game. This is a common spot, but it's not as common as you think. If you jump on top of these boxes, this is the top of Messy Hall. It is a little precarious, but if you practice, you'll be able to do it. You can get on top of the roof. I have won so many games on top of this roof. I like to throw lots of potions and healths up here, and I can just find, and I can find a little bunker here and fight off just swarms and swarms of people being on top of this roof. All right, we're going to talk about a little cheap one here. Trash cans. People forget about this all the time. You can hide behind these garbage cans. Now, people will look for you here, but they're there if you need them in a pinch. All right, we are at CAPPA. I love these cabins. They give me, nausea and dysphoria. But here in the back here, if you jump on top of this rock, which people jump on top of a lot of, it's this rock that people don't jump on a lot though. Here, there's a little nook. You can go ahead and crouch down, and now you're invisible. No one can see you. CAPPA is a place where the swarm likes to end a lot, and I like to go ahead and take the advantage. Get on this rock, get the high ground, and now I can go ahead and bam, 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 get people as they move around. They have no idea what's about to happen, but I do. I'm about to win. All right, we're still on that rock. Here we are at the very top. If you need to disappear completely, you can go ahead and jump. Boom! You gotta commit though. And now you're hidden from you. You are on top of a tree. So if you need to let people fight it out, you can. We're at the back of CAPPA again. This is over by Messy. If you jump on this rock, you can jump on this roof. This is a newer form for me, a newer move. But I have won probably about a dozen games now being able to jump on top of this roof, especially because if you get on the right side and you crouch down, no one can see you on the left side until it's too late. All right, we're moving towards paintball now. There is a newer formation I use. If you jump on top of these shipping containers, you can jump on top of this rock. Now, it doesn't seem like this would be very advantageous, but it slopes down. So not only do you get this high view, you can see where people are coming from, but you can also crouch down. And now if you slide to the end here, no one can see you. They don't know you're there until you want them to know. All right, we're at paintball again. Here is the rock formation in the middle. In the back, and there's a little nook here. This is right in between the hill over by PAULA'S pit stop. You can go ahead and hide here. You also have this nice little jump up here. You can see the hill. So people like to snipe up there, and I like to snipe them from here. Boom, they never expected it. You could also get on top. You can get the high ground again. So if there's a battle here, especially at the end of the game, you can move in any direction, and now you've got the advantage. So we're back at paintball. This is a quick one. This is like a 50-50, right? Sometimes this works, sometimes this doesn't. If I need to hide, like a 3 versus 1, people are chasing me, I can go ahead and hide here. Again, it's a flip of the coin, but it has helped me in the past. Utilize it, with your discretion. We're in paintball once again. We're on the rock formation in the middle here. These shipping containers don't get used enough. You can hide inside here if people are on the other side. As long as you're quiet, they won't know that you're there. What's really nice is you can go ahead and utilize this fence here. So if you jump on top of it, you can also jump on top of the shipping container, giving you the high ground. So if you're fighting, you can go ahead and jump to the other side of the fence, and that fence will protect you. This is the other side of paintball. These shipping containers are identical, except for, just a different color. Utilize the same form and function with this one as well. You can jump on top of the fence, and you can then jump back up on top here, giving you that high ground. And again, if you're fighting here and you need to escape, you can go ahead and jump to the other side, get on the other side of the fence. You can't shoot through the fence, so now you can run. You can get to this other rock formation here if you need to get more high ground. This is our shipping container over here by PAULA'S pit stop and paintball. This is, it's used quite a bit, but not as much as you would think. People just don't come here enough. And this area is really helpful if you're trying to dodge people for last second, or if you need to go ahead and get, a viewpoint to see where people are running in rally. What are you going to do? Collect that data, collect that information. Now we're at rally. This is not utilized as much as you would think. These tires lead to this ladder. You can get on top of this building here in rally, and now you've got the high ground. But if you crouch down on this side, no one can see you again. And so you can hear people stepping up, and then, what's that? Guess what? I'm going to start shooting you, and you had no clue I was there. Now you're down. This is a new spot for me. Somehow I didn't know this existed, but if you jump up here, there's a little nook, and often there's a chest here, so you can get loot while you're up here, but you can also just, hide away if you need to. You can go ahead and get the drop on people from there as well. The cranes, I've been utilizing this more, and if you get up here, you can jump to the back of the crane, giving you more more of a high ground, another place. You can jump all around these. If you really want, you can get to the very top of the crane. You can see all the way to K-REQ from the very top. I should have got that view for you, but I'm more about the crouch, hide, and then jump down. Surprise! You didn't know it was there, did you? This little stack, I don't know what to call it, this little gray thing is perfect to hide behind, and I utilize that a lot. Now this hill is really common. People like to take this hill to get the high ground. I definitely understand why. I've won many games there, but I like this spot here. You can actually hide on the hill while people are hiding on the hill, and they would never know you're there. So when they jump off, you're ready for them. Blam, 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 blam. They had no idea what was coming. So yeah, you can get on top, but I like that little ledge a little bit more preferable depending on what's happening in the game. Plus, from here, you're also able to go ahead and jump into this tree, and now no one can see you disappear. All right, this hill, the PAULA'S hill, this is legendary, but this tree is a little unknown. If you crouch down, this is for seated players. If you crouch down, you can go ahead and back into this tree and you're completely hidden from view. I have let people run past me in here, jumped behind them, and just wailed on them with some kind of weapon and won a few games up there. Here's a tree over at PAULA'S Pit Stop. Boom, you can disappear into the tree if you need to. I don't like to use trees a lot, but I like knowing that I can if I need to. We're in between PAULA'S Pit Stop and parking lot here. There's a gap in these rocks I use a lot. If I need to go ahead and circle through, I'll run through that gap to get to the other side. And this same rock right here, the gap, you can jump on top of this rock, get the high ground if you need to. You'd be surprised how many people aren't looking over here. This tree provides a little bit of protection from one side, but if you crouch down, you can get a really good sniper's angle here, and people are just running. They're not paying any attention. This is the same rock. It's on the other side of it. So if you need to get something a little bit closer, you can utilize this rock. I like that it kind of slopes down here, so it protects one side and you can go ahead and shoot from the other. I've won a bunch of games on this rock, getting the high ground. There's not a lot of high ground over here, at parking lots, so you got to utilize what you have sometimes, and that swarm will just push you in all kinds of places. Talking about using what you have, you can go ahead and jump on top of this little chimney here, and if you crouch down, you can tuck yourself away, and again, people will run right by you because why would you be looking there? You wouldn't be. And if you really want to be sneaky, you can go ahead and slither and slide to the other side if you need to get, a better advantage or to hide a little bit better, which is kind of nice. And then again, right at the back of parking lot, there's this rock formation. If you need to just hide completely away, boom, you're tucked in there, no one will ever know. Here are the bathrooms at the back of GLAMP. You can go ahead and jump on top of this wall, and it allows you to jump on top of this roof. So if you need to get, a sniper's view, you can go ahead and get that. It also provides a little bit of protection and makes it harder for you to hit. But what I really like to do is I like to go ahead and slither over to the side when I need to. You can go ahead and get to this wall right here, and no one will ever know until it's too late. All right, here we are at GLAMP Camp. You can go ahead and jump on top of this table and then jump on top of the RV and then crouch down, and now you've got a really good view behind you if you need, but more importantly, it's this sniper view. You can use a pistol, you can use whatever weapon you need to. You've got protection from the RV and you've got the advantage. There's a rock here at the back of GLAMP Camp, and this tree is covering just enough of this rock where you can go ahead and slide back. No one will ever know you're there again until you want them to know, and that's the whole point. You have the advantage. You want to make the advantage for you. Same thing here. You can go ahead and jump on top of this table. You can jump on top of this RV, or if you need to disappear, boom, you're in a tree. No one knows you're there. Well done, Peter Pan. All right, we're still in GLAMP Camp. We're going to go ahead and jump on top of this rock formation. This is towards the front of GLAMP Camp, and this is great, right? It's not as hidden away as other places are, but sometimes you just got to work with what you got. This is the big rock over at GLAMP Camp. I've won countless games here. There's usually one of these chests up here, but it's this little extension, these rocks right here. I like to crouch down, and then I'm protected by one side. I can kind of, turn around. I can watch what's going on, but I get great action from up here. I can snipe, I can shoot, I can throw bombs. Here's the RV in the front of GLAMP Camp, same thing. You have to jump on top of a chair though, so it's chair on top of this, and you're able to get these views again. And then once more, if you're in a pinch, right, garbage cans. We're not going to take a whole lot of time to talk about this, but boom, garbage can, you're hidden. it works. Same thing, here's the quick reminder. Here's another fireplace over at this pavilion by GLAMP Camp. Boom, boom, boom. At the top, you just tuck yourself away and you're just a little cozy burrito hiding and no one knows, and then you shoot them, you know? And then here we go. This doesn't get utilized a lot, but I've actually won, you know, probably like a dozen games up here of just crouching down, tucking myself into the side. There's people coming from one side. I'm able to move around and maneuver. They don't know I'm there. I move extra slow. I'm extra quiet. And then, you know, you get the drop on them. This is my favorite spot in the whole map. I love this area. Ranger Station. This isn't about hiding. This is about getting the advantage. Height advantage. You can jump on this chimney, giving you top access here. You can see on top of the mountain. Lots of people like to take the mountain as their last place in the game. Get on Ranger Station and just snipe them. They're not going to see you. They're always looking towards like GLAMP and stuff, and this is perfect. Plus, if there's a battle here, you're able to move around. You can go ahead and hide. You can jump from side to side. You know, that height advantage allows you to move around. We are at the back of Ranger Station. These trees, it doesn't sound like they'd be very helpful, but nobody looks back here. There are chests that people miss all the time. And so if you crouch down, you're behind a tree, people run into Ranger Station, you got a rocket launcher, boom, 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 they're done. There's this little hidden path at the back of Ranger Station. I utilize this a lot. It takes you, you know, away from chests and things, but it also takes you away from danger. So you can go ahead and just slither on over. Here we are at CREEKSIDE. This is right by that same area we were just at. And you can hide behind here. And it's amazing because it's so far out. Most people aren't looking. You just hide and you peek and you gather information and you move from there. Here are some rock formations on the far left side of CREEKSIDE. You can jump on top of these. I've utilized these from time to time. They're not super popular, but you know what? I like to have the advantage. People are coming from this direction. Again, everything that you can do to give yourself just that extra bit more is going to be helpful. So if it's this little, you know, this little rock formation, it might win you the game. This one is newer for me. I've won this a few times now here. If you jump on top of the gray box, you can get on top of this roof. And I've won by crouching down in this corner. People can't see you as they're approaching, and you're just quiet and you wait. And then when they don't think anyone's there, that's when you unleash all of your fury and might on them. Here we are. These are the same rock formations, just the one right next to it over at CREEKSIDE. You can go ahead and jump on top of these. It gives you a little more height advantage, and because they slope down, oh, I'm hidden from that view. Right? That slope is really, really important. That's kind of what I look for, because that wedge, that slope allows you to hide from view. This is a little further down. It's between CREEKSIDE and GLAMP at the very, very back. You can jump around here and just completely disappear from the map. No one will ever know you're here. You can't shoot, you know, very well from this area, but you're able to go ahead and hide if you really need to. Here we are at Ranger Station. We are going to move towards these rocks here. Doesn't seem like it would be an obvious spot because it's right in the middle, but you'd be surprised. I've won probably, you know, 5 or 6 games here of just crouching down and then letting people run past me and then jumping and getting them. I've got the height advantage. You know, that's what you really, really want. Obi-Wan Kenobi knows what he's talking about. It really does matter. These rocks are in the back of Ranger Station and Carnivore Cave. They're helpful. They're not like super great, but again, you want to utilize what you have around you, and you can jump on top of these rocks. People won't know you're there until you need them to know that you're there. Ranger Station is peeking out far beyond there. This one is, you know, I've only utilized this a couple times, but it has helped every time. If you jump on top of this far rock formation in the back of Ranger Station, in the back of Carnivore Cave, if you crouch down, you can disappear completely. But if you lean into the rock, oh, now you've got this view. You can see people running. That's the trail leading from Ranger Station to Frontier Power. And you can see people moving back and forth because you can see them and they can't see you. You are able to plan accordingly to what you need to do. Plus, you've got these high rock formations here that give you the advantage. Like you know, you're really high up. You can jump up one more level, and the trees are kind of in your way, but again, people aren't looking there. This rock right here, right at the entrance of Carnivore Cave, you can jump on top of. I don't know why people don't do this more often, but you can jump on top of it, and you can hide in this little nook here. But more importantly, it gives you access to the top of the cave without having to go through the cave. And now I'm able to go ahead and get on top of this part of the cave. I can see these wide views of everything. I didn't have to go through the cave in order to get up here, which is awesome. But the one that people don't utilize, you know, a lot is this little guy right here. If you follow this line, you can go ahead and jump, keep jumping, don't stop jumping until you get to here. And there's this this lovely little nook. I've won countless solo games just sitting in the nook and blasting people as they come by. They have no idea what's happening to them. But here we go. We are at Carnivore Cave, the top again. There's this little wedge. I like to wedge myself in here. You're protected. Your line of sight is not great, but in a pinch, it helps out. This right here, this is a hidden gem. If you jump down, there's this little, nook right here, and you can just cozy on up. You can see the action. People will miss you a lot because they're just not looking there. Here we are inside of the cave. This is the entrance by the waterfall. You can jump up on top of this little slope here, and if you crouch down, I've disappeared. Only the bear knows that I'm here now. So people run by here all the time, and I'll definitely get the drop on them. We are inside the heart of the cave now. If you go ahead and jump on top of these platforms, instead of jumping to the top of the cave, if you jump over here to the right, there are these two little spots. Crouch down, no one knows you're here until they, get shot. Now they know. And if you really want to disappear completely, you can just jump up over here and then crouch, and this little wall will hide you, and now nobody knows you're in the cave. I won a few games here. This is a really good spot. This is a new spot. I actually have not used this spot in game just yet, so if somebody uses this, let me know. Put it in the comments if it's actually helpful or not. But you can go ahead and hide here, and the only people who will see you are the people leading up to that cave. And I imagine people running up to the top of the cave, if you wait, you can go ahead and let them run up, shoot them, and then they'll have no idea where they got shot from. That's what I'm hoping to use that for. Here we are to the entrance of the cave. That's where we jumped up to get on top before. There is another rock right here you can jump on top of and gain access to the top of the cave. If you jump up on top of these rock formations, this is probably the prettiest little hidey spot in the map. I've won I don't know how many games here. You just hide up there and then, you get the drop down. This is newer for me. I've been using this a lot lately though. If you jump on top of the roof here at the back of Frontier Power, you can jump on top of this roof over here and then crouch down, and now you're hidden from about 3/4 of the view. There are lots of people that I've just jumped off the top of that roof and just annihilated them. Here is another one. This is like an end game move for me. If you go ahead and hide behind this rock formation over at the Hobo Hill or the Jug Hill, you can go ahead and crouch down. People will run right by you, have no clue that you're there, as long as you're just quiet. But yeah, if you need a little height advantage too, you can quickly maneuver and jump on top of these rocks. You can, get all those classic views. We're at the back of K-REQ here. That's the utility shed. Somehow I've actually won quite a few games just hiding behind this rock over here and just, sniping people on the tower or just waiting for people to run by. This is usually an end game move. I'm not trying to be here, at the beginning of the game or something. It's just when I'm kind of forced to fight people off. This fence is a great tool. If you jump on top of the fence, you can jump on top of the building in the middle of K-REQ. Who knew you could do that? This is great. I've won a lot of games here. The swarm will take us to K-REQ. Lots of people like to climb that tower. I think it's a death trap, but you can utilize the top of the roof. Here we are at the top of K-REQ. If you jump midway down, you can jump on top of these white satellite dish power things. I'm not sure what they are, but you can get really great sniping views from there, and it allows you to jump back into the middle of K-REQ and maneuver accordingly, so you can move your height back and forth. Especially if people are shooting at you, you want to be able to maneuver without jumping off of K-REQ. Speaking of jumping off, if you jump off to the top to the right, you can jump on top of this rock formation. It's the only way to get on top of it, and it's so high up that if you crouch down, people cannot shoot you without running backwards. It gives you crazy advantage. Utilize that one a lot. This one is masterful. This is behind the tree house, and this rock formation is it's a blessing. Let me tell you, I've won many games here where the swarm is taking us to the edge of the map. I will run on top of this mountain here. I can shoot anybody and everybody. I've won almost every time I get on this mountain. I win. If it's 3 versus 1, that mountain is it's a blessing. Utilize that mountain a lot. I shouldn't have told you about the mountain, but I did. You can jump, both ways. I wanted to show you that if you jump down, there's a little ledge there where you can get back up. This tree is controversial. I don't like to come here a lot, but I have been forced to utilize this one. You can go ahead and glitch walk through this wall here. All you need to do is just move sideways while you're standing up, and then I usually do like a little turn and it gets me out there. I don't do it a lot, so I'm not like perfect at glitch walking, as you can tell, but if you go ahead and travel by teleport, you can just teleport out. This roof is perfect. Crouching down, lots of people will miss you if you're here. There's also usually a chest if you need extra loot at the end of the game. I only only utilize that if I have to. It's kind of dangerous. These rocks are over here by Treehouse again. We're right here, right behind Lonely Cabin. Somehow people don't utilize this a lot, and it actually is really helpful. I haven't utilized this a lot just because I haven't had a lot of end games right here, but I've discovered it recently, and it's actually really good to have that high ground. Again, you can jump in any direction if you need to. This rock I've only used once. I want to use it, use it more, but you can go ahead and run and jump. You can get the high ground here if you jump correctly. It's a little difficult, but if you crouch down, you've got some protection, some shielding here. And if people are coming from Vulture Valley, this is great to just go ahead and just, unleash all of the paintball bullets and laser gun ammo on them. So here we are in River. You can see here we're in River. There's a little nook here. If you go ahead and crouch and move backwards, you'd be surprised how many people run by you. They'll never know that you're here until you want them to know that you're here. This is a rope bridge. This is one of my favorite ways to win the game. Over here, there is a little nook. It doesn't seem like you're hidden, but as long as you hide behind this tree here, people will literally run right by you. I'll see people run back and forth, and then when they run by, I'm gonna go ahead and jump out and get them. I've got the advantage. They had no clue I was there. I just won the game. Bing, bang, boom. We are here again at rope bridge. That was the building over here. This is it. This is the ultra secret move right here. There's a ledge. Now this hidey tree is really common. People like to hide in the tree. So because it's common, people like to shoot at it. But if you crouch down, here's that crouch function again, it slopes down into these limbs. And now you're completely hidden. I usually, I have this little break. I check the map, see what's happening. These chests though, if these chests are unopened, people at the end of the game will try to open those chests to get, a potion or something. And I wait for them with a rocket launcher, with a grenade, with a weapon. And as soon as they start opening it, because they're standing still, they're setting ducks. You'll get whole teams on that ledge. Here we are at the middle of Bucket Lake. You can go ahead and jump on the top of this table and jump straight into this tree. Lots of people know about this tree, but it is great in a pinch if you just need to hide or something. Here we are at the back of Bucket Lake. This rock is new for me. I have not utilized this in game just yet, but I found out that you can jump on top of this rock. It is quite difficult to do. I wanted to leave all these tries in here so you understood how difficult it is. It took me 3 tries, but look at these views. These views are perfect for winning a game. Plus this tree is giving you lots of coverage, and you can kind of disappear, kind of not, but you can utilize this, right? This is money right here. Let me know if you use this one. We are over here at Thimble. You can jump on top of the rock over here, and then you can jump into this tree, and boop, you're disappeared. There's not a lot in Thimble. You're kind of a sitting duck, so this is kind of nice. Here we are at Marshmallow. I love Marshmallow. Again, you can jump on top of this little shed, and then boop, tree, disappear. You're gone. No one knows that you're here. Hello, Marshmallow. All right, here we are. Bushes. This is the very last one. I don't like bushes, but guess what? You can stand on top of them, and if you crouch down, you disappear. That's all I'm going to say about bushes. If you want to hide, I totally get it. If you don't, I totally get it. I try not to use bushes. Right on. Hey, I hope that these are going to be really helpful for you all. I know that's a lot of information. So, if you need to go back or watch something again or a different area, of course, you can go ahead and look at them. I'm regretting sharing some of these because I know I'm going to go hide in one of these spots, try to get the drop on somebody, and you're going to be there ready for me with a grenade and a rocket launcher. But you know what? That's okay. That's a part of life. We all want to grow together. I hope that these are really helpful to you, that you have a lot of fun in Rec Royale. Let me know if there's something you want to learn about Rec Royale. Put it in the comments below. I'll make a video on them. I play there a lot. Y'all are amazing. I love your faces. I hope to see you in game soon.